Hello, what is up, guys? This is your uh, student Harshavardhan. Hello, faculties. Hello, everybody. So today I'm going to be talking about geothermal energy. Geothermal energy is a type of energy which is being produced by the Earth's inner core. So it is a renewable energy sources for the production of electricity. So geothermal energy can be uh, having different types of variants for the production of steam. So the first type of geothermal energy production generator is a dry steam power plant. So this is the oldest type of geothermal power plant used. So geothermal power plant, the geothermal reservoirs containing the pure steam is required. So, for the generation of heat for electricity, pure steam energy is required for this dry steam power plant. So the pure dry steam drives turbine. Pure dry steam is used to drive this type of turbine. Is very rare type of geothermal power plant. So this type of power plant is now become a very rare phenomenon, and it is no longer being used. So operating in California, Italy, and Japan. So this dry steam power plant is only in operation in these three countries. So this is the diagram of a dry steam power plant. Uh, so the dry steam power plant is containing a injection well and a production well. So the injection well, what it does is put the gives the water, gives the water, and the water is converted into steam, and the water is converted into steam. So the steam is carried out by the production well. So the pure steam is converted into electricity by the turbine, and the generator produces the electricity. So going on to the flash steam power plant, commonly used in geothermal power plants. So this is the commonly used geothermal reservoir containing both hot water and steam is required. The pressure changing system is required. The operating in Hawaii, Nevada, Utah, and some other places. The flash steam power plant. So the figure is something like this. So there is nothing much different. Dry steam and flash steam power plant. The injection well and the production well is the same, but there is a flash tank which is mainly used for the purification of steam and the pressure regulation of the steam. So the binary cycle power plant the does not use steam directly to spin the turbines. So does not use the turbines directly to steam directly to spin the turbines. Only heat of the underground water is used. Vaporized hydrocarbons are used to spin the turbine. So vaporized hydrocarbons are used to spin the turbine, and the hydrocarbons which are known for the transfer of heat energy from one place to another. So it has a good conductor of heat energy. So hydrocarbons are used as a heat transfer agents in between the steam. So it has low boiling points such as isopropane, isobutane, and propane. So binary cycle power plant or something like this. Here there's the injection well as same and the production well, but here there's a heat exchange taking place. The hydrocarbons are exchanging the heat, and the pure heat is used to run the turbine. This is called a binary power plant. Now the turbine generator. See, this is basically common for all the three to generate electricity. All the three type of geothermal power plants use the same turbine. So what happens here is the steam energy comes through here, and the turbine is rotated at very high speed. So the changing magnetic field and the coil comes in contact with each other, and the electricity is being generated. So basically, this is the principle of conversion of pressure energy into kinetic energy. So cost cost so how cost effective is geothermal energy? Absolutely, geothermal energy is cheaper than any source of energy. But one thing is the initial cost of the geothermal power plant setup is very high. So the cost of the electricity generation depends upon certain factors. Uh, the direct use of geothermal energy is absolutely cheaper than other energy sources, and the cost of the electricity generated depends upon temperature or depth of a resource and type of resource, the steam liquid mix. And what this means is that the type of steam being used, it is using liquid state or steam or mixed available volume of resource. So the amount of heat generated by the earth is also dependent for this factor. Cost. The initial investment is high, but after certain time period, the cost of the electricity to becomes comparable to um the cost of electricity becomes comparable to other sources of energy. In US, it is currently the 1 kilowatt hour. What is the price is that $0.05 to $0.08. In Indian rupee, it is, comes to somewhere around 2.7 rupees or 4.4 rupees per kilowatt hour. Once the capital cost is recovered, the price can reduced below US dollar of 0.05 rupees. So uh, geothermal energy hotspots in India are something like this. So they are present in uh, Chhattisgarh, Jammu Kashmir, and Puga in Jammu Kashmir, and in Gujarat, Himachal Pradesh, Surathkal in Jharkhand, so Suraj Surajkund in Jharkhand. Sorry, sorry. And in Jammu and Kashmir, there are many places for geothermal power plants to exist in India. So it has not yet been produced in India, so it can be a very good source of energy in India. Geothermal energy in India. So what is the current scenario for the existence of geothermal energy in India? So geothermal provinces are estimated to produce 10.6 megawatt of power. First operational commercial geothermal power plant is likely to come up in Andhra Pradesh with a capacity of 25 megawatts of megawatts and this is being possible by the company Geosyndicate. So the company Geosyndicate is Geosyndicate is going to set up the first geothermal power plant in India, but it has not yet been done. So it is been planning to be done in within 2020. The advantages of definitely geothermal power plant is like a win-win situation for India when it comes to a power generation system. So what does geothermal power plant do is that it actually gathers the energy from the earth's core and converts it into steam and uses it as energy. So it's a win-win situation. It is available throughout the year and does not involve any combustion of fuel. So it is only transfer of heat independent of weather. So throughout the year it can be constantly working because the earth's core doesn't run out of heat. So clean clean resource. It is very little emission or overall environmental impact. So fossil fuels are noted for the carbon emissions, but geothermal energy takes that out of the way and does not affect the environment. uh, Economically sound alternative. The fuel is free. Rate of kilowatt hour is likely to be comparative. So, uh, as I told you that the initial cost may be high, um, but after that, the geothermal energy can be very efficient in producing the heat, and the heat has been the heat can be converted to electricity. So when I told you about the win-win situation, I told you about the cost effectiveness. So initial cost is going to be very high for this, but you have to also think about the Earth. What is the Earth? Earth is always like unpredictable, right? So we cannot predict the earthquakes, so we cannot predict when the earthquakes are going to happen, and definitely we cannot change our landscape of the country because transportation is going to be a bit of a problem here because the geothermal energy has to be set up in places where there are less less populated, because it is going to be like bit there's going to be a bit harm done for population staying near it because of the harmful gases being produced by the geothermal power plant. It, the main component required for a geothermal power plant is steam, right? Water. So there cannot be a constant supply of water for a geothermal power plant. Hence, this is a big problem for the production of geothermal power plant. So as I told you, I've already told you that it has a high installation cost. No widespread sources of energy. So the reason for this is that the population, the population is cannot be affected by the geothermal power plant, and they have to be away from this. So this case tells us that there are only a few places for this setup of a geothermal power plant. Conclusion is that geothermal geothermal heating systems can replace fossil fuel heating system in particular areas. So wherever we are using nowadays, we are using electric bikes, electric cars. Tesla has already invented the electric car, which is also self-driving. So if we improve on this technology, then definitely there's going to be a change in our way of thinking of geothermal power plant, because we're going to be using electricity for the production of for the running of automobiles. The annual cost for common heating purposes can be reduced by I see more than 60%. Common heating purposes like running our vehicles or something like that, it can be reduced to 60%. Continued energy storage have created added interest in geothermal energy for power generation. The potential exists to provide all energy requirements in the US. So in US, the geothermal power plant already exists. So there is a lot of potential in India too. Geothermal energy appears to be a partial solution to our energy needs. So even though what we are doing is we have energy resource for now, but in the future we will have a lot of other issues. Meeting the demands of the people will be very limited with only geothermal power plants. We need other sources of energy production also. So that is it for today. Uh, if you have any doubts, please hit me up in the comment section below. And this is Harshavardhan from Sairam College of Engineering, and this is all about geothermal power plant and its current scenario, and how it can make a change to Indian power generate Indian what can I say? It can solve our India's energy problems. So geothermal energy has a lot of potential to solve the problems which India has produced. India has. So thank you everyone. If you have any doubts, please make a comment in the comment section below.